Hello Hoovie and welcome back to the main channel. Today we're talking about a topic that's going to be discussed in more detail in an episode of Doctor Who very soon. Yes, that is right, A Legend of Ruby Sunday. Today we're talking about who is Ruby Sunday. Well, Ruby Sunday, for anyone uninitiated who haven't seen the latest era of Doctor Who, Ruby Sunday is the latest companion to join the Doctor. From what we know, she's an orphan. Davina McCall called her a foundling because obviously Russell T Davies is a massive fan of long lost families, and there's a term called foundlings. So Ruby Sunday is a foundling, which means they can't trace her parents. Now, what's also interesting is that her I can't remember whether it is adopted or fostered. And I'm not 100%, and I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure what the difference. One of them is when you're only looking after the child for a certain amount of time, or one of them is when you sign a lot of paper and then you are technically the sole guardian of that child. So I can't remember which one's which, so I'll just, every time I mention it, I'll use both terms, just so I'm crossing the ground of I probably got it right somewhere. But if you know the answer, let me know in the comment section down below. So Ruby seems to be this mysterious character, but surely she can't be that mysterious, can she? Mrs. Flood can be as mysterious as she likes, but can Ruby Sunday really be that mysterious? No. The answer is no. And the reason why the answer is no is because if Ruby Sunday is as mysterious as we're making her out to be, then is she really a nice person? Is she not a villain? We always thought that Clara Oswald at the time was some sort of evil villain character, because who else would appear in multiple episodes? First episode appearing in Mark Smith and When Amy and Rory weren't dead yet. But who else would appear at this point and appear in so many different forms of the same character? But as the Doctor just trusted Ruby from the get-go and brought Ruby in, then clearly Ruby might not know this herself, but it might be one of those things where the villain, here we go, is a good example. I've just thought of a really good example. So the Master used a chameleon circuit, not the chameleon circuit, used the watch, the fob watch, that's the correct word, to become what is now known in the Big Finish world as Derek Jacobi, the War Master, but really he just became a professor, because that sort of drains all your memories, right? Played by the wonderful Sir Derek Jacobi. For anyone that's wondering whether or not Derek Jacobi is a Sir or not. And he had lost all his memory, thought it was nice. The moment he got the fob watch back, he went, I'm evil again, I'll steal the TARDIS, became the War Master, but regenerated into John Sims, his master, who then went on to be Harold Saxon. Anyway, but that's a tangent for another day. But what I'm trying to say there is that even though we know that Ruby Sunday will not be a Time Lord in any sense, right, if she was a villain, because they wiped her memory to an extent that all her memories have been programmed in to think that had happened, and they've gone back in time enough to make it actually happen, right? So I've got a feeling that that's what they've done here, because that would explain the Legend of Ruby Sunday, and that would explain a few bits and bobs, right? Only a few bits and bobs, not that much, but only a few bits. And we want a lot more things explained, really, in a sense of you want to learn more about who Ruby Sunday is, and the way to do that is you have to think to yourself, right, she could be a villain that's had a memory wiped, or just put it out there, she could just be a regular person that's got nothing to do with it, but then turns out to be manipulated by a giant villain, so she didn't really exist, and this world that the Doctor's gone into didn't really exist. Because obviously parallel universes exist, and you can bend, well, the Celestial Toymaker, he bended reality so that he bended reality. I'm not saying more on that because that's just gonna mess with your brains, but he did just like mess with the reality from the get-go. So, I mean, it is possible to mess with reality, and I think that so she's either a villain or an illusion, or put it out there, she could just be a companion. Nothing could be wrong with her. She could just be with a companion. It's just that there's more to her than she or anyone else realises, because her mother could be a massive villain, right? And she wouldn't have known it, and that wouldn't actually affect anything she does, because she didn't know it. And I feel like we need sort of a spooky alien companion again, because even though Nardole wasn't human, right, that was in Peter Capaldi's era. Jodie Whittaker never had an alien companion, and so Ncuti Gatwa, I think, would benefit from having an alien character. When I mean by alien character, I do mean more of a Leela type character, because obviously Louis Jameson that played Leela. Leela's character wasn't like Earth or Earth origin, if that's the correct term, because she was an alien but she was technically a human. So, because obviously in Doctor there must be aliens, humans on multiple planets of whatnot. So, I do think there's a lot of benefits from her turning out to be this good alien, because then we can have some sort of goodness on the TARDIS that's alien, not just a Doctor. Because you can't always have, in New Who, you can't always have human, Earth originated characters, in my opinion. You have to branch out. You have to go far afield. You have to go that way instead of that way. So you sort of have to put it into perspective that it would work. So, to round off this video, who is Ruby Sunday? She could be a villain that's had her memory wiped. She could be manipulated by someone else so the whole thing doesn't exist. Or she could just be a happy, nice, Nardole type alien that isn't there for comic foil, because I think that's why Matt Lucas was there. Because even though Nardole was a fantastic companion, I do think there is an occasion where Nardole could have felt a little bit more comic relief. So, there you have it. That is my thoughts on who is Ruby Sunday. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me to act. Bye! Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel.